Hi, I'm Scott Flowers with Cloud Ninjas. Today we're here to continue our series on the Dell PowerEdge R830 Server. In this video, we're going to show you how to do mass updates. Let's get going. Hey, thanks for stopping by today to learn a little bit more about the Dell PowerEdge R830 Server. Do us a favor, if you find anything that helps you in this video, click that like, smash that subscribe. All right, so what we're going to do in this video, we are going to show you how to do mass updates. And I'm a big fan of mass updates. You might have seen the video earlier in the series about how to update your BIOS, and I basically say, go watch the mass updates. This is the one, if you have an operating system, mass updates is really the way to go about it, right? And so what we'll do in this video is we're going to show you how to connect to the network, then we're going to show you how to get to Dell's network share folder, essentially, and then you're going to select all the updates that you want, and it's just that easy. I mean, it's literally just that easy. So you're just going to connect to the network, go to the network share folder, and then run your updates. And we're going to show you step-by-step instructions with some nice screen captures right now. And one last thing that I should have mentioned, why I like mass updates so much more than the BIOS update is it's going to do so much more than just the BIOS. It's going to do onboard diagnostics, it's going to do your firmware, it's going to check all the individual components. Does your network card need an update? Like, there's just so many things that it's going to do that I'm a big fan of it. So again, mass updates for the win. First things first, you're going to boot up your system just like normal. You're going to click F10 to get into the iDRAC Lifecycle Controller. Once you get into the iDRAC Lifecycle Controller, which does take a little bit of time sometimes during the just the initialization. It's not always the fastest because obviously it's just booting up. It's got a lot to do, so do be patient with it. But once it does actually officially enter into the Lifecycle Controller, you'll have an option where you can select your actual settings, which is going to be on the left, and then you can navigate down to network settings. All right, so after you click network settings, you need to make sure that you pick the network port that your Cat5 cable is plugged into. Ours is under the integrated NIC1 that's selected. Then for the IP address source, you need to go to DHCP. And once you're done, you're just going to click Finish in the bottom right corner. This will apply the changes and automatically set the IP address, which will give the server internet access. All right, it's going to pop up and say Success for your network settings. You're going to click OK. Once you click OK, you're going to want to go to Firmware Update. Once you select Firmware Update, you're going to get several options. You're going to want to click Launch Firmware Update. Once you've launched the firmware update, you're going to want to select Network Share CIFS or NFS or HTTPS or HTTPS server. And then you're going to click Next. Once you've clicked Next, there's going to give you several different options, and you're going to select the bubble for HTTPS. Under the share name address, you want to make sure that it says downloads.dell.com, and then you're going to click Next. All right, after you click Next, do know it's going to take some time to prepare all the different updates that you need. So right now it's a little bit of a waiting game. Just be patient, sit back and relax as it goes through. You might get prompted with something like a firmware update. As far as Lifecycle Controller does not import, just click yes. That's not a big deal. And really you're just going to keep waiting for a little bit of time here, and it'll pop up and it'll show you all the the various updates that you need to do. And again, it's just a waiting game. So we're going to actually fast forward for a second here. So eventually it's going to pop up and it's going to show you all of the various updates that you need. It'll be different for different people. On ours, you can see everything from the OS driver pack, the NIC needs to be updated, the firmware is going to need to be updated. It's just going to go through literally every individual thing, which is really, really nice. That it's going to show you all the different options and everything that you need to do. Looks like our HBA 330 needs to be updated. The iDRAC controller needs to be updated. So basically everything just realistically needs a good refresh for this server here. So and do note when you select all of them, you're going to click Apply. It will take anywhere from a few minutes to hours, and I do mean that hours. Sometimes we'll do mass updates, and we're needing to update 100 servers at a time, and we'll leave them running overnight and come back, and some of them still aren't done. So it does take quite a bit. So if it's something that you don't want it down or whatever, I do recommend doing it overnight. Sometimes it's helpful, but in general, just do expect it will take some time. After you've applied all the updates, if you want to verify that the updates went through, you're simply just going to hit F10 back on the boot menu. You're going to go back into your Lifecycle Controller, you click Firmware Update, and you'll view your current versions, and this will actually show you that everything is the most current version is up to date, and that everything is ready and good to go. So appreciate you stopping by today, learn how to do some mass updates. If you're looking to custom build one, do us a favor, email us at sales@cloudninjas.com or check out our website. We'd love to quote you and earn your business. Appreciate you stopping by. Take care.